Good evening and welcome to the BSR Kia Club Series, rounds 13 and 14 from the Brands Hatch Indy circuit here on live on Apex Racing TV. And of course, this is in association with Club 73 Karting and XL Designs. My name is Paul Smith. Alongside me, as always, is Dan Blake with Samuli Kumo on the cameras. And well, qualifying's going on at the moment, but just before we get to that, we'll quickly take you through the championship standings. And in the Drivers' Championship, first of all, it is Adam Gosling who is in the lead of that with 735 points. Second place, it's Maciej Sakovic with 685 points, and Pete Harrod in third with 631. Michael Hall on 627. So those four, really, you would say realistically, are the ones who are going for the championship. Then you've got John Richardson in fifth, with Phil Johansson in sixth place. Liam Atkins seventh, with Neil Bamber in eighth, Matt Bunn in ninth, and Max Wright in 10th. Just a few pointers before we go on to the team standings. We have had a few people, unfortunately, who've not able to compete anymore. Hyo-Chan Lee, unfortunately, has had a steering wheel failure, so he's having to not compete in the rest of the series. And we've also had Dennis Sherp and Marcus Hagman also unfortunately have to leave us as well, so all the best to those guys. But yeah, we've got Alex Everett who's come into this series as a replacement, so it's good to see another driver coming in to the championship. And now just having a look at the teams championships, and well, it's CQR still out in first place with 1,439 points. Fail Racer in second place with 1,242, with Club 73 in third. Gone Broke Racing are in fourth. ARF are in fifth, with Right Mud Spots in sixth. Team iGlazing in seventh, with Power Slide in eighth. Team Superior, they're in ninth, with Half Baked Racing in 10th, and bring up the rear is Team Mad Racing. We'll bring Dan Blake, and you had to miss the last broadcast at Charlotte, which was an exciting and somewhat controversial round as well, but you're back for this one and looking forward to Brands.
Yeah, really looking forward to Brands Hatch. Good evening, everybody. This is a really good track to race on. I've raced on it. I've been lucky enough to race on it in iRacing and in real life. And I got to say that even though it's a very short track, only 1.2 miles, 6 corners, it's going to produce some great racing for us here in the BSR Club Series tonight.
And well, just looking at that, like we were saying, look at the championship standings, you would say that, as I mentioned, the first four drivers really are the ones who will be going for that Drivers' Championship. Out of that list, Adam Gosling, Maciej Sakovic, Pete Harrod and Michael Hall. We'll look at that list. There's Maciej Sakovic and Adam Gosling, sorry, they haven't won a race. Oh no, sorry, Maciej hasn't won a race. So there's two of them, the top two, haven't won a race yet this season. So it's just showing the consistency is showing through with their championship standings.
Exactly so, especially in that second race. I think that's where a lot of people may be losing points in that reverse grid race, and the ones who can get through that and survive really, and just gain a few places, are the ones that it helps. Obviously, we've got some qualifying penalties as well, so Michael Hall is going to find his task a lot harder as well at Brands Hatch this evening, Paul.
Yeah, the race one specialist, Michael Hall, he's not qualifying in this race, along with James Leggett, John Richardson, and also Stuart Atkinson as well. Those four are not qualifying in this first race. And Michael Hall has to start at the back of the grid for race two because of that incident at Charlotte last time out. So the admin's really sort of coming down hard on that incident and making it known that taking a win in that circumstances will get you a penalty.
And that's good to see, really. I know there's a lot of controversy. There wasn't commentating on the race, but I sure saw the Facebook light up at the end of the race, so definitely some controversy, and the admin did that a bit in the way they feel most appropriate. And now it's time to move on and get racing again at Brands Hatch, and hopefully we won't have similar scenes today, but with a tight circuit like Brands Hatch, I think the racing's going to be very close and fraught again.
Well, that's it. I mean, as you've said, you've raced in it on iRacing, you've raced it in real life. What are the challenges of this Indy circuit?
It's just overall, it's a very challenging track. You've got Paddock Hill Bend, you've got Druids, Graham Hill. The difference between Brands Hatch and most other circuits is that on most of these corners you can make an overtaking manoeuvre. It's Paddock Hill, Druids, Graham Hill, not maybe so much Surtees, but going through Clearways, Clark Curve. They're really there's only really one opportunity where you cannot pass, just going through 30s, and doing that you can set yourself up. It's just a case of having to really watch your mirrors, trying to fend, because you know some circuits where there's places you can overtake and you know that you can't, but at Brands Hatch I think that it's an opportunist track as such.
And with it being such a short track as well, we're going to get plenty of laps in this. So, as you say, with plenty of opportunities to overtake, there could be action all the way through.
Yeah, very much so. The laps are 46-second laps for our current qualifying time. We've seen Pete Howard 46.592 on pole currently provisionally, and we'll probably get 20, 21, maybe even 22 laps out of this race. So this could be one of the, as far as laps goes, it'll be the biggest amount of laps I think we'll have in a race so far this season.
And well, you know, as we say, because there's those 4 penalties at the start for this qualifying, we are seeing Pete Harrod with an ideal opportunity to make ground up on Michael Hall, you know, or at least extend his gap on Michael Hall in this race. It's a perfect opportunity, as they say. He's currently on provisional pole. And just looking at Adam Gosling at the moment in 6th place in qualifying, but we've still got a little bit of time left in this qualifying session. Maciej Sakovic down in 11th at the moment in qualifying, so he's not having the most ideal qualifying today.
No, but he's just about to go out to start a final run, is Maciej Sakovic. He's got about 40 seconds to go. That's going to be tight. I don't think he's timed this right. We'll see. Very interesting. He might not make it. I think it'll be interesting to see, but Maciej Sakovic has not left himself a lot of time for manoeuvre there in the fair race car. I saw Matthew Bunn also out on a lap as well, so cars just getting in that last lap, but Maciej Sakovic could have just timed that wrongly there in the fair race car, but he's got 15 seconds. I don't think he's going to make it.
No, he's not going to make that round, so a bit poor timing there from Maciej, but maybe he was just getting a little bit of start practice or something. Well, he's coming round pretty fast, so he's trying to make it to the line, but he's not going to do it, as we've got the clock counts down now, 3, 2, 1, and that is the end of the qualifying session. Just those drivers that started their laps will still have the opportunity to put a lap in, but as we say at the moment, Pete Harrod is on that pole position, and I'll be interested to see if anybody can top that. Yeah, as we said, Matt Bunn as well, he's on a lap at the moment. Pete Harrod is behind Bunn's teammate Alex Bristow, who's up in 8th place actually, and Bunn, he's abandoning that lap, so he's not going to get through onto pole position. Clinton Bell's in the pits, he's in 3rd at the moment. Liam Atkins, he's coming round the final corner now through Clark Curve. Will he be able to improve on that 4th place? He's coming round now, across the timing line he goes. Will he be able to do that? And the answer is no, he does not this time by. So Liam Atkins not able to improve, and I think that's pretty much everybody. Yeah, everybody who has set a lap time. So we can go through that starting lineup. And on pole position in this race, and what a time once again, he's another pole position for him, is Pete Harrod with a 46.592 second lap. 2nd place, Matt Bunn, about just under a 1/10 of a second behind, with Clinton Bell in 3rd, Liam Atkins in 4th, Philip Johansson in 5th place with Ben Gregory in 6th. Adam Gosling, the championship leader, he's in 7th with Alec Bristow in 8th. Jay Wright, a very good qualifying position for him compared to other rounds, he's up in 9th with Charlie Richardson in 10th. Maciej Sakovic, the man who's in 2nd place in the championship, he's 11th with Andrew Woodhouse, our commentary colleague, in 12th place, with Chaz Draco, Alex Everett, and Perry Warburton, Ian Roskell. It's the next 2 rows with Roy Verke, Neil Bamber, Tristan Boddice, Neil Rocks, Jim Flanagan, Sam Reed, Trevor Blackburn, Max Wright, Ben Warburton, Michael Jones, Chris Sherburn, and Dave Crozier was the last of the timed runners, with Ben Hackerson, Michael Hall, John Richardson, James Leggett, and Stuart Atkinson all not putting in a lap. So, well, we're about to start this race. We had chaos in the second race of the Brands Hatch meeting on the GP circuit. Will we get that at the start of this race then, Dan?
Oh, it's a very interesting one to call. The Indy circuit is it's the same. It's essentially the same first half a lap we had at the GP circuit, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, the car's now just lining up on the grid, and as you say, Pete Harrod is also notable mention there for Alex Everett on his debut in the series, qualifying 14th. So not a bad first impression for Alex Everett there.
Yeah, absolutely. Good qualifying from him. We're just waiting for the last of the drivers to get their cars onto the grid, as the drivers waiting, seeing that clock counting down, waiting for this start. And well, it's an uphill start for the front two drivers on the grid, and pole position sometimes isn't the best place to be for the start, but now the red lights will come on, and this round 13 race of the Kia Club Series is underway, and away they go. Pete Harrod with a good start, Matt Bunn with a terrible start. He's already lost one place to Clinton Bell, with Liam Atkins going down the inside. He's made it up a place. Oh, sideways is Clinton Bell. So he runs wide. Liam Atkins going up into second with Philip Johansson coming down the inside. Matt Bunn's there as well. Are they all going to get through? That's the question. Through Druids they go. And amazingly, it seems like so far we've got everybody through on that start. So
I see some smoke at Graham Hill, and there's one of the, I think that's Philip Johansson, number 74. Philip Johansson's had some damage there. I have to see what's happened there into the wall.
Into the wall.
And
there,
Philip Johansson's race, it looks like, is pretty much over. With it being a short track as well, getting repairs will probably cost him a lap.
Yeah, he got collected going down the hill by one of the CQR cars. I think that was Matt Bunn. So that got collected, and he came across the track, and another one of the CQR cars collected him as well. I think that would have been Alex Bristow. But, well, we've already got a lap under his belt, and it's Pete Harrod in the lead with Liam Atkins in second. Clinton Bell is in third with Ben Gregory. Good start for him. He's up to fourth place. Matt Bunn with a little bit of damage on his car in fifth place. Sixth is Adam Gosling, the championship leader, so he's been moving up, but he's got a little bit of damage, I see, on the left-hand side of his car as he drives it. Jay Wright is up to 7th place with Magic Sakovic up to 8th place at the moment, and it's a short lap round here, and it's just action all the way through.
Yeah, exactly. It's the sort of thing that Brands Hatch Indy produces, but at the front it looks like the top two drivers of the Liam Atkins and Pete Harrod are trying to make a break, especially Pete Harrod. He's already just under a second clear of Liam Atkins. A good start also from Jay Wright and Magic Sagovic. Magic started in 11th up to 8th, and Jay Wright starts 9th up to 7th.
Alex Everett is right up with Alex Bristow, so the two Alexes battling it out, running wide through the exit of Druids, as Andrew Woodhouse having a look now down the inside, but you're not really going to make that move stick through Graham Hill Bend, and that allows Neil Bamber to get onto the back of Andrew Woodhouse, but Alex Everett doing a good showing so far, up 2 places from his starting place, and he's challenging one of the regulars of this season.
Yeah, CQR produce a very high quality team, as we've seen. Michael Hall, Alex Bristow and Matthew Bunn always near or thereabouts at the top, so Alex Everett doing a good job in 12th place there on his BSR Club Series debut, and he's starting to pull away a little bit from Andrew Woodhouse as well, who, let's not forget, is a BSR Pro Series winner.
Absolutely, yeah, won at Montreal, did Andrew Woodhouse. If you ask him about it, he'll tell you all about it, and it's a good way to send yourself to sleep. But anyway, going through now, we've got 3rd place battle, which is Clinton Bell in 3rd at the moment, with Ben Gregory in 4th, Matt Bunn in 5th. This is quite a close battle. I mean, it's just nose to tail all the way through this field. I mean, that's what, the 3rd place all the way down to 9th altogether at the moment, and one little mistake, which is quite easily done here, and you could lose quite a number of places.
Yeah, especially that being near the start of the race as well. Everyone's still quite bunched up, but Brands Hatch does seem to... It's hard to pull away at Brands Hatch because it's very short and there's a lot of braking zones as well, and Magic Sagowitz up to 8th place. He's going to try and put a bit of pressure on Jay Wright. Other cars which started at the back, Benjamin Hackerson up into 8th. It was contact at Druids between Michael Hall. No, it's not. It's one of the Warburtons involved there. It was Perry Warburton. He's got now Ben Hackerson going down the inside of Graham Hill Bend. Very, very wide there from Warburton. Michael Hall will go past him now. I think he's just going to go alongside into Surtees, Michael Hall. And there's contact maybe a little bit there, or they just avoided it. It's very hard to tell there, that camera angle. I don't think they did quite make contact, but Michael Hall and Ben Hackerson definitely on the offensive here.
Absolutely. We saw Trevor Blackburn going side by side as well with James Leggett, who started at the back, so he's trying to make his way forward. But as we say, Ben Hackerson up to that 17th place with Michael Hall in 18th. They need some good points, especially Michael Hall challenging for the championship at the moment, as well, his next target for these guys is Roy Vaverki, who's not the easiest to get past. He's experienced in this Kia, having raced in other series as well. So Roy, he'll be a tough one, and the further up the field you get, the harder it gets to overtake people.
Yeah, definitely, because the quality of driver improves. That's why they're at the top, because they're the quicker drivers. And although people like Michael Hall may get through the mid to backpack runners, they're going to struggle when he gets to around the top 10 area. And at the moment, Michael Hall is still there, just in, where is he now? Just behind Benjamin Hackerson. Yeah, so P18 at the moment for Michael Hall. Hackerson in 17th. Yeah, as you say, Roy Vaverki, not the easiest to overtake. I've been trying to get past Roy myself in a few occasions in the past, and he's definitely not the easiest to get past. He can drive a very wide Kia Optima.
Clinton Bell has really got onto the back of Liam Atkins, and Liam is having to go a little bit defensive. That's giving Pete Harrod the chance to make the breakaway. He's 1.5, 1.6 seconds ahead at the moment. Liam Atkins running very wide out of clearways through Clark Curve, down the start and finish straight, and Clinton Bell now has the sniff of something. He's going to go down the outside into Paddock Hill Bend. It's not really an overtaking move there, but you can get the cutback if you work it well, but Clinton just not able to get alongside Liam at the moment. But Ben Gregory, they're just lurking, waiting for a mistake from Clinton, as Clinton runs a little bit wide through Druid's exit of Druid's. But these 3 or 4 now, they're just starting to break away from Matt Bunn. So Matt Bunn just dropping back a little bit, maybe a little bit of damage on that car from that lap 1 incident.
Yeah, another driver dropping back as well as Adam Gosling. He was, I think, 6th, now down to 8th place. Magic Sagowitz and Jay Wright have gone past. Jay Wright now up into 6th place in that Wright Motorsport car, but he's got Magic Sagowitz right behind him, so a lot of pressure. I should say that move we saw with Clinton Bell into Paddock Hill, you can get the cutback, you've got to be a little bit closer, but this time he's not quite close enough again for that cutback. If Liam Atkins goes wide there, it'll present an opportunity, but it's not going to happen. And so go out the run up towards Druids. We'll stay as we are, with 2nd, 3rd and 4th being Liam Atkins, Clinton Bell and Benjamin Gregory.
And, well, we've got battles all the way through. Alex Bristow is battling with Chaz Draycott at the moment. Round the outside of Druids is Alex Everett there lurking. He's trying to make it through, but at the moment they're just staying as they were. But Chaz Draycott under immense pressure, but Bristow under pressure as well, because Everett is giving it everything he can. A little bit of damage on the front of Everett's car, a little bit of aero damage, but around this track that won't really affect the car too much. Chaz Draycott, though, runs a little bit wide through clearways. And now down through Clark Curve, Bristow is side by side. He's got the inside line for Paddock Hill Bend. Will he make that move stick? They're going now towards that braking zone into Paddock Hill Bend. Brake very late. Down the inside goes Bristow, but he runs wide, and that allows Draycott to go down the inside, and Alex Everett is going to follow him through here.
Yeah, Alex Everett in a prime position. They're trying to get inside of both of them. Oh, Alex Everett, that's a fantastic move. Oh, a little bit of a shoulder barge there on Chaz Draycott, but that's great driving from Alex Everett. 2 places in 1 corner, and now he's going to let Bristow and Draycott fight it out going through Paddock Hill Bend. And there's also another 2 cars getting into that battle as well. It's Neil Bamber and Andrew Woodhouse. Yeah, so that's a fantastic bit of driving though from Alex Everett on his BSR TC Club debut. I'm really impressed with that. That was a really good move. We saw the opportunity to get past both of them. Got the inside brake later, although now Chaz Draycott wants that place back. I think Chaz Draycott might be a little bit of red mist after that little shoulder barge, but here he goes on the inside.
Yeah, Draycott down the inside. The red mist has descended in that cab, the car of that Kia. Oh, and Draycott just a little bit slow on the apex, and Everett getting into the back of him. Everett ducking left and right, trying to make it through. A little bit of contact from Bristow, and all this battling, as we say, is allowing the next 3 cars. Michael Hall is on the back of that group, so you've got Ben Hackerson there as well as Andrew Woodhouse. So Ben Hackerson made it past Andrew Woodhouse on this lap. Just to let you know, at the front it's still Pete Harrod by 3.5 seconds. Liam Atkins is still holding on to that 2nd place, but for how long? Because there's a train of 4 cars trying to make it past him. Going down the outside into Paddock Hill Bend goes Clinton Bell. He's running a little bit wide. Ben Gregory trying to make it through. Liam having to go defensive to the inside for Druid's Bend. Oh, a little bit of a shoulder barge between Liam Atkins and Clinton Bell, and Ben Gregory now. A little bit of contact, a little bit of rubbing his racing, of course, and Terry Kazan. Gregory gets a little clip around the ear by Clinton Bell, and that's allowed Liam Atkins to pull away from those guys.
Yeah, Liam Atkins would be delighted to see that. And further back, Hackerson making the moves as well. He's got past Neil Bamber on this lap as well. And the next car in front of him is Alex Bristow. So that eye-glazing car, Ben Hackerson.
Jay Wright going down the inside of both Matthew Bunn and Ben Gregory. 4th position. So Jay Wright up to 4th place. A fantastic showing from him. There's a little bit of contact and Ben Gregory goes off over the grass. It's just keeping it on the gravel, looking up to go into any barriers there. Well held by Ben Gregory there, but there was a little bit of a shove there by Matt Bunn to put him out there. Maybe something that they'll have to have a little bit of discussion about afterwards.
Yeah, those 3 cars are definitely very close, and there's an ARF car of Charlie Richardson trying to get involved there as well. But the cars of Jay Wright, Ben Gregory and Matthew Bunn definitely close there to a disaster, but they've all kept it on the track, and Maciej Sagowicz has got through it and he's gained a couple of positions as well, so he's going to be a very happy driver after this one. But as I said, Ben Hackerson's another driver really on a charge, and he's got Alex Bristow in front of him, so the eye-glazing car's in the thick of the action at the moment.
So, as the standards are at the moment, with about 9.5 minutes left, it's Pete Harrod in first place, 4.5 seconds ahead of Liam Atkins. Atkins now 1 second clear of Clinton Bell, who's in third. Matt Bunn in fourth at the front of this gaggle of cars, with Maciej Sagowicz in 5th place.
Oh, contact, sorry to interrupt in that further pack. Alex Bristow is just giving Alex Everett a right shove going through Jewett, and that's allowed the car of Hackerson to go past. Now Hackerson's going to go down the inside of Bristow as well to Graham Hill Bend, so Hackerson really making the moves, and unfortunately there for Alex Everett, he did get rather punted out the way by Alex Bristow, and Alex Bristow's CQR teammate Michael Hall was not far behind as well, and his next target is the car of Alex Everett.
Yeah, absolutely. As we said, it was going to be an exciting one, and it's certainly proving to be that way. This gaggle of cars all together, and you kind of feel that Alex Bristow is just holding them up at the moment, maybe because Ben Hackerson is right behind him. Michael Hall's been trying to get past
Bristow through the gravel though at the exit of Paddock Hill. That's going to allow Hackerson through, so that didn't quite work out. Though Michael Hall tried to get down inside of Everett, but Everett defends.
Andrew Woodhouse! Look at that around the outside of Druids. I didn't know that move could work, but he's done it. He's going look down the inside into Graham Hill Bend. It's not worked this time, but he's moved past Neil Bamber now. And, Andrew Woodhouse, he has his sights set on Michael Hall's 14th.
That move can be done if you break a little bit later on the outside. You can just get the grip mid-corner, but it's very rare it happens. So Andrew Woodhouse trying a brave move there, and it's definitely not an orthodox move, but Hackerson under real pressure now, I think, from it's not Hackerson, I think. Yeah, it's Hackerson.
Yeah, it's Hackerson. He lost the position to Alex Bristow. A little bit of contact, a little bit of rubbing, and there's side by side Everett and Hackerson, and that's given Michael Hall the perfect opportunity. A little bit of rubber. Oh, Andrew Woodhouse into the side of Ben Hackerson's car, as now Hackerson with Neil Bamber. Oh, it's all getting a bit tight, a little bit tense. Rover Verke into Neil Bamber, and well, it's just chaos descending here. It all gets a little bit tight, and I think Alex Everett is actually out of this race. I think he's being disqualified.
Yeah, he's been pretty stuck in on his BSR TC Club Series debut, and unfortunate to see him disqualified because he was giving it a really good go, but obviously you got some part of this racing is you have an instant limit, you got to try and maintain it and keep it, but unfortunately he hasn't done that. But there's a group behind these drivers as well, with Tristan Bodis, Neil Bamber, Rover Verke, Perry Wilburton and John Richardson, just as close as those were in front not long ago.
Absolutely. So I can tell you, Clinton Bell has caught up that second gap now. He's only 0.3 of a second behind Liam Atkins. So this battle for second place is still not over yet. Pete Harrod still out in the lead at the moment. Matt Bunn, he's holding off Maciej Sagowicz at the moment, with Jay Wright behind them, with Ben Gregory as well. Adam Gosling, as we said, he's in 8th place at the moment, started 7th, so not really done too much in this race. But Clinton Bell, he's getting busy. He's caught back up to Liam Atkins. He's trying to make that move for second place. Liam Atkins feeling the need to go defensive into Druids, which compromises your exit a little bit. But, of course, that means he has the inside line for Graham Hill Band, and he's decided just to take the racing line there at the moment. But Liam Atkins is going defensive, and that's slowing him up.
Slowing them up, and Matthew Bunn not far behind. But what Liam Atkins is doing, he might know that you can set up passes a few corners in advance, so by getting the better run out of Druids, he cut off the opportunity of Clinton Bell to get a better run out of Graham Hill, and up towards 30, so he's kept that second position. And Liam Atkins driving very well, but as you say, this will allow Matthew Bunn and Magic Sagowitz to catch them up pretty quickly. We still have, let's see, they've done 14 and
5.5 minutes.
Yeah, there's still 5.5 minutes to go yet. So 5 or 6 laps to go, not over yet. So that battle, instead of having a battle of 2 cars, we could very well see 4 cars very shortly, because Liam Atkins is definitely slowing Clinton Bell up there through Druids.
Is Liam Atkins slowing up Clinton Bell and then Matt Bunn eventually, so that Magic Sakovic can come into this battle and gain a few more places for the championship?
That is a very interesting conundrum there, but you also got to think maybe the tyres aren't at their best at this stage of the race. And some of these drivers, it is a fixed setup, so they'll be, you'd think, having a similar sort of tyre wear, but you never know. It could be doing a team game, but they know they can't catch up now to Pete Howard. He's probably won this race unless he has a moment of a loss of concentration, so they know that the best they can do is fight for second, I think, now.
Charlie Richardson is right up behind Adam Gosling, the championship leader. He's looking to the outside into Paddock Hill Bend, trying to get that cutback worked through Paddock. He's got that. He's got the little bit of an overlap, and down the inside into Druids. He's going to try and make this work on Adam Gosling. Little bit of rubbing, but they're still side by side through with Druids. Down now towards Graham Hill Bend, but Adam Gosling has got that racing line. But, well, Charlie Richardson is holding it out on the outside, using all of that runoff and a little bit more, and he's made that place move. So now up to 7th place for Charlie Richardson.
Yeah, using all the track and then some for Charlie Richardson, and don't think Jonathan Palmer would be very impressed if you do that in real life. And the track limit rules, of course, but we're racing on different rules in iRacing, so perfectly legal that move there from Charlie Richardson. And he, as I say, he took advantage of all of his surroundings, used that little bit of AstroTurf on the outside, took the position. And Adam Gosling, maybe he knows he's got a bit of a gap behind him, and he doesn't really want to fight Charlie Richardson. He's got a bit of a gap to Ben Gregory at the closing stage of this race. Maybe thinking about the championship, you might think at this point.
Well, Ben Gregory, as you say, he's down to 9th place at the moment, started in that 6th position. Chaz Draycott is in 10th, so the 2 teammates 9th and 10th, but Michael Hall is right up behind Chaz Draycott now for that 10th place, and that'd be a good recovery after starting in 30th on the grid. So 30th up to 11th at the moment, and he's trying to get the better exit now through clearways and onto the Jim Clark curve, onto start and finish straight. And well, he's trying to line up. Chaz Draycott is looking to the inside, willing to go for a light braking move. Not this time, but he is looking to set him up for that cutback, but too far back at the moment. Andrew Woodhouse is up to 12th at the moment, ahead of Alex Bristow. Ben Hackerson, he's having a few issues getting through this field. He is in 14th place. A little bit of smoke there at Druids as well, I noticed. And Michael Hall down the inside into Graham Hill Bend on Chaz Draycott. He's giving it a little bit of a rub, a little bit of a push, but through he goes into 10th place. So Michael Hall making that place work. And well, I can tell you at the front as well, Liam Atkins has got his teammate Magic Sakovic right behind him. This is for position for 2nd place. Sakovic looking to the outside into Paddock Hill Bend, and at the moment not able to get past, but Sakovic has made it past both Matt Bunn and also Clinton Bell on this lap, and down the inside of his teammate he goes. So, contact between the 2 teammates. We've seen that with the CQR boys at Bathurst earlier this season, but Liam Atkins getting into the side of Sakovic. Matt Bunn now and Liam Atkins side by side. They're going to be teammates in the BSR Pro Series in Season 10, so they're best not get into any contact with each other. But Sakovic, impressive drive from him, started in 11th place up to 2nd place now.
Yeah, it was a good move there. I think that bump between Atkins and Sakovic, they were maybe trying to coordinate something there, but didn't quite work out with the little bit of a touch. Luckily, it didn't affect both drivers, but Clinton Bell now on the outside of Liam Atkins going into Paddock Hill Bend, and you may try and get a cutback. A little bit of a nudge there on the bumper there from Clinton Bell, right on the bumper of Liam Atkins. Going to go to the outside with Druids. Not quite going to have the momentum to make this move stick there, but he's going to go on the outside on the run down towards Graham Hill. We saw Charlie Richardson make that move stick on the outside. Speaking of Charlie Richardson, he's getting involved in this little battle now as well in that ARF car, right on the back of Clinton Bell. But Clinton Bell really looking like he wants to make a move very quickly on Liam Atkins, and Charlie Richardson appearing in his mirrors is going to make that task even quicker. I think that's a great move from Clinton Bell down the inside, although he's gone a bit wide, and what initially I thought was going to be a good move may actually see him lose out to Charlie Richardson, because now he's stuck on the outside is Clinton Bell for Paddock Hill, and Jay Wright may even think about having a little bit of a move on the inside of Paddock Hill as well, although Liam Atkins and Richardson slow, and yeah, just about gets in there, Clinton Bell between Richardson and Jay Wright, but that in front of him, Atkins and Richardson side by side going up towards Druids.
As were Sakovic and Bunn as well, so they were side by side as well. Clinton Bell trying to make that move back on Charlie Richardson. Charlie Richardson not giving him any room at the moment, and he's now just slotted into that 5th place. Adam Gosling and Jay Wright getting onto the back of that train as well, so it's a real party here at the moment. With we're coming down to the last few seconds. Just for interest, Pete Harrod is still out in the lead of this race, out by he's just gone across the line, so we'll get the white flag this time by, but he's got a 10-second lead over Maciej Sakovic, so that tells you on a short track like this, on a short lap like this, how close it is. But Charlie Richardson is a lot side by side with Jay Wright trying to go through, but Jay Wright is down the inside, runs wide does Jay Wright. Oh, Adam Gosling, the championship leader, is coming down the inside of both of them through Paddock Hill Bend, and he's going to make that move, stick down the inside of Druids, and he's coming down, just a little bit of rubbing, but able to get ahead of Charlie Richardson. So Adam Gosling now at this place, back to where he started. Well, they're actually a place better than where he started. Coming out the last corner is Pete Harrod now. He's just slowing to allow Neil Rocks to go back and unlap himself. So Neil Rocks looking good for the pole position, but Pete Harrod across the line, 10 seconds ahead. With Maciej Sakovic coming across in 2nd place, with Matt Bunn in 3rd. Across the line, Liam Atkins and Clinton Bell, and it's just Liam Atkins who beats him. Charlie Richardson is in 6th place with Adam Gosling in 7th, so Gosling losing out in the end there. Jay Wright in 8th with Ben Gregory in 9th. Michael Hall making it up to 10th place from 30th on the grid, so good work there from him. Chaz Draycott ended up in 11th place with Andrew Woodhouse finishing where he started in 12th place. Alec Bristow a bit disappointed with that, started in 8th down to 13th with Ben Hackerson up to 14th from 29th on the grid, so good work from him. Tristan Bodis, he finished in 15th place with Roy Viverke in 16th. Neil Bamber bringing it home in 17th place. Perry Warburton in 18th with Sam Reed 19th. James Leggett in 20th. Michael Jones in 21st. Ben Warburton 22nd. Trevor Blackburn 23rd. Chris Sherburn in 24th. Stuart Atkinson 25th. Max Wright 26th. John Richardson 27th. And, well, I believed it was Neil Rocks that was trying to get ahead, but obviously not. So Dave Crozier, the last man on the lead lap, he's going to start the second race in pole position, and then 1 lap down, Jim Flanagan, Philip Johansson, who we saw have that incident with Matt Bunn on first lap, and Neil Rocks as well, 1 lap down, with Alex Everett going out this race, and unfortunately Ian Roskell didn't make it to the grid, so he'll be disappointed with that, but well done. Excitement all the way, but not really an exciting race for Pete Harrod, who just drove away at the front.
Yeah, Peter Howard is still a very good drive though from Peter Howard, because we saw in the first few laps he was under pressure, but as soon as they started fighting behind, Peter Howard got his head down, got the gap, and then once you're on your own and you're running at a similar pace nowhere near you, that is very helpful, because the cars behind are going to slow themselves down, having all these battles and that. And also on the last lap, I don't know if we got this on camera, but John Richardson had a massive spin at Graham Hill Bend. He was 15th at the start of the lap and finished the race in 27th. What happened there was he was just coming down towards Graham Hill. He caught the grass just before the turning point for the corner. He braked on the grass. He almost recovered it, but he couldn't quite sense it around 360 degrees over the grass and recovered to 27th. That will put him though second place on the race 2 grid though. So his misfortune in the first race may come to help him a little bit in the second race. But as you say, there were some close battles throughout the race, and as we predicted, it was close and fought racing, with it being such a tight track and everyone driving pretty, and also the driving standards were very good as well in this race. I know that people have said in the past that the Club Series maybe not has the best driving standards at times after Charlotte, but I think they put on a good performance. There was some very close racing, but it was also very respectful. There were a few times the cars were side by side, there was a little bit of door banging, but a lot of respect given, and we didn't see anyone really push the envelope, I don't think, too much in that race.
Right, well, unfortunately we can't speak to our race 1 winner Pete Harrod because he isn't available. I'm just having a look to see if Maciej Sakovic is available as well, because he had came through from 11th on the grid, and unfortunately he isn't available as well. We're going to have one of those races today, aren't we? Who should we take? We'll talk to... Liam Atkins isn't available either. Let's have a word with a man who was involved in an incident actually on that first race. We'll have a quick word with Matt Bunn just to get his side of what happened there. So, Matt, welcome to the commentary booth, and you had an eventful race there, shall we say, and ended up in third place. But just talk us through what happened there on the first lap between you and Philip Johansson.
Was it Philip? Was it? Yeah, I don't know what happened really. I sort of heard my spotter say that someone alongside you, and then all of a sudden he just come across to the left. So looking back on it, probably should have just slammed on my brakes, knowing that the corner was then coming up. So probably a little bit my fault there. Should have been a bit more cautious beginning of the race, But
still, I mean, you started second. It wasn't the best start off the line as well, was it, Matt? So,
yeah, you could say that. That was pretty awful. I had to dip the clutch and get it spinning again after the start.
But then, of course, as the race went on, you were able to battle your way back up, and to finish third when you'd fallen back a little bit, it must be satisfying for yourself and for the team.
Yeah, no, it was overall a pretty good race. There's some good racing up the front. Yeah, there was one moment where I didn't anticipate Liam braking quite suddenly, and I accidentally hit him up the backside, and so I pulled him to the right and let him go back through. But yeah, overall good race, good finish. Looking forward to the second one.
Well, I mean, the second one, you're going to be starting in 26th place on the grid. So, what do you think you could do from there?
The top 10 I'll be happy with. Just stay out of trouble.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Matt, for joining us, and take care in the second race.
Nice one. Cheers, guys.
So Matt Bunn there, our third place driver, and second race here. It's reverse grid, as we say. Dave Crozier starting on pole, but really fast guy in John Richardson finishing second, and of course Max Wright, the race two, starting in third place on the grid. So it's looking good for the second race there, Dan.
Yeah, John Richardson and Max Wright, we've seen them, especially Max, prove that race 2 he can handle it at the front of the field. Monza stood out for me there. That was very good, from not running lucky not to get a win, but Max Wright in the top 10 of the championship as well, don't forget. So his race 2 performances do stack up and mean something in the long haul, which is what is very good. Even to get top 10 in this championship is a good achievement. There's some very good drivers in here, and it is something which Max Wright will be looking for. And also near the front, you see you've got Crozier, Richardson, Wright, Atkinson, Sherburn. There's some new names. Trevor Blackburn, Team Mad, not had the best of luck this season from what I've seen, so they may be due a good result. I think Jim Flanagan had a top 10 finish at Charlotte, so that was a silver lining for Team Mad. But you got to hope for their sake that they can have another good result in this one, because as I say, it's been a very tough season for them so far.
So we'll have the second race from this meeting, round 14 of the Kia Club Series in association with Club 73 Karting and XL Designs. That'll be coming up in a few moments' time, so we'll just step away for a few moments to have a few adverts, and we'll be back for the second race of this Sunday evening here, live on Apex Racing TV.